name's Trina Cook. I'm today's mascot. My favourite players are Lee Matthews, Michael Cummins and Leo Constantine. And up the Vale!
Right, this is Tanisha, and it's Tanisha Cook, and she's today's mascot against Doncaster at the FA Cup third round. Her favourite players are
George Pilkington, Johnny Brain, and what's the last one?
Ooh, last one's gone, has he?
Yeah.
Up the Vale.
What?
Was it Boomer?
No. It was Sammy.
Oh well, he's not here anymore.
Well, it was Boomer.
And Boomer. Vale.
Up the Vale!
Put your hands up.
Up the Vale!
Hiya, my name is Sam. My favourite player is Nathan Lowndes. Up the Vale!
Martin Foyle thinks you're a lucky mascot for Port Vale. Is this true?
Yes.
And was this after the Wrexham game?
Yes.
Did we win that?
Yes.
Are we going to win this cup match against Doncaster?
Yes.
What score?
5-0.
That'll do for me. FA Cup third round action. Stephen Foster for Doncaster Rovers, first out, leading his team onto the God's Little Acre here in Burslem. And Tony Dinning leading the Valiants out to tremendous applause, because at the end of this match the victors could possibly pull a giant out of the hat for the fourth round of the FA Cup. Leon Constantine there in a good vein of form. Had bad luck on Saturday, but that match is forgotten. He's after FA Cup glory. It's what players dream about. But let's give you Martin Foyle's team straight away. In goal, number 1, Mark Goodlad. 2, George Pilkington. 3, Craig James. 6, Clayton Fortune. 8, Mike Cummins. 12, the captain, Tony Dinning. 16, Steve Rowland. 18, Mark Innes. 30, Michael Husbands. 33, Leon Constantine, and 34, Sam Togwell. Subs for the Valiants: Johnny Brain, Sean Doherty, Jeff Smith, Mickey Bell and Danny Sonner. And Mark Goodlad there on screen, hoping for a clean sheet. Well, if I can get Ricky Watkins, our cameraman, to pan over to the left, Dave Penny's Doncaster Rovers, who've already enjoyed one very notable scalp-killing cup run this season. League form has suffered a bit, but they're on the FA Cup trail and they're going to be very dangerous indeed. And Dave has in goal number 36, Alan Blaney. 6, Mark Albrighton. 7, Lewis Guy. 8, Sean Thornton. 14, Paul Heffernan. 15, Nick Fenton. 18, Sean McDade. 19, Ricky Ravenhill. 21, Mike McIndoe. 23, Stephen Foster. And 30, Dave Mulligan. Subs for Donny: Simon Marples, Leo Fortune West, Paul Green, Tony Nielsen and James Coppinger. The man in the middle is Mr. C. Penton, assisted by Mr. Martin and Mr. Young, and the reserve official is Mr. Hine. Our mascots just coming off the field. are Trina and Tanisha Cook from Chell Heath, no strangers to Vale Park, both enjoying the evening and both with Dad out on the pitch earlier on. We're having a whale of a time. And we also have Sam Fieldhouse, who's out there with his dad. Now he's there at the request of Martin Foyle because he's a lucky master, so a lucky mascot, and he's a very young lucky master as well, because his Port Vale bedroom is just now a shrine to indeed Port Vale. Mum Zoe is in the crowd, age 35, so Dad tells me, and Sally, come and get your nuts. But we concentrate on the action in the middle of the field at the moment, because Doncaster have won the toss of the coin, and we just wait the referee's whistle to start this third round FA Cup action here at Vale Park on a Friday night. Doncaster straight away trying to push Vale down that left hand side. But as ever, Ricky on camera, Mike Mackey, Phil Hancock, and joined by Mike Smith tonight up here on our Cavalier gantry. And Phil, third round action in the Cup. One of the big guns could await in the fourth round, maybe even Tamworth. What do you think?
Well, it's a must-win situation for Port Vale at the moment, with everyone knows the way the club's struggling money-wise, and certainly getting into the next round would do well, but any big club do even better. But the only thing I've got to worry about, Mick, is the away form with the Vale. It's been absolutely super, but at home they've been lacking a little bit.
Well, that's very true, Phil, but one game, maybe one good pass can just G all the players up, and certainly Sam, our mascot tonight, is certainly hoping that his fortune can shine down on the Vale. And straight away a good attack. Mike Husbands with a lot of pace up front for Vale tonight. Leon Constantine and Mike Husbands. And Martin Foyle is going to hope it pays dividends. Looking down on the Vale bench, we've got Mickey Bell coming back to fitness, Jeff Smith, Danny Sonnet, new boy Sean Doherty, and Mark Innes just scampering around, playing the ball around nice and slowly. Craig James, left foot peg in, easily dealt with, but blocked, and Vale on the attack again. Sean Thornton, very easily identified by his bleached hair, similar to my own, I feel. And an early touch for the keeper. Doncaster just passes and going astray, just taking time to settle down. Nicely done by Mickey Cummins. I must say, from my own personal choice of plays for Vale in the middle, Mickey Cummins is up there amongst the best of them. Adds another dimension to the centre of the park. James squares it to Tony Dinning. He plays it out to the right. Nice one-touch football. George Pilkington switches it back to James on the left. Keep possession. Keep moving. And Constantine, look at that for control. Beautifully done. Craig James on his wrong foot, easily dealt with. Doncaster breaking away. Number 21, McIndoe, stretching those legs on a cold Burslem evening. And Stevie Rowland just bringing it to a sudden halt. The Lawn Street and Fine Voice just down below me. Expectations high, and I think, Phil, to be in the third round of the Cup is a bonus given past history for Port Vale in Cup competitions.
Yeah, certainly is, but the way the Vale has started off this first 5 months, I think Martin Foyle's got them geared up for this game, if they need gearing up anyway. It's starting off with some good one-touch football, some good triangular passing. But it's Doncaster on the attack now. Yeah, the ball must have crossed the line there. Throw to the Vale. Thornton playing the ball out wide to Fenton. Fenton takes the return. A little bit adventurous there with the line ball. The ball going taming out for the Vale throw. I must say that Craig James is enjoying a good run of form at the moment. He's playing midfield, he's playing left back, covering for Mickey Bell. He's certainly doing his fair share. Tony Denny. The skipper's job, covering. Thornton. Dave Mulligan winning the throw. Leaving it for Fenton. Fenton into Thornton. Thornton turning into trouble in the shape of Constantine. A good work there by the big Vale forward. Foster playing the ball. Ending with Sean McDade. I think, was there a push there? No. The referee on the spot points to the corner flag. Corner to the Rovers. Ball floated near post. Away by Denning. Doncaster with the throw. There's good defending by Craig James there on the near post for the Valiants. Sean Thornton all the way back to his keeper. And in turn it's Pilkington back to his keeper. Michael Cummings. He's got James on the left. Good move by James there, wanting to make the space for the ball. Constantine, good control again, turns in, right foot. And the ball blocked, I think. There's not a lot Stephen Foster knew about that shot. The ball struck him on the chest, but still. Good attacking from the Vale.
Great turn, great touch by Constantine. Just bringing in Mike Smith. Mike, great control, and it's a good job a defender got in the way of that, because that was goal bound.
It was goal bound, Mick, you're right. Excellent shot by Leon Constantine though, glad to see him back on form.
And certainly let's hope he gets more chances. Mike Husbands, bit of a nudge there, but Vale battling away for the ball. Togwell, bit of leading with the arm. Mickey Cummings over the top. No one there. Keeper plays it out to his right. Thornton. Good touch by Mike Husbands, waiting for the whistle for the foul. None coming. Doncaster, quick football. Quick recovery there. Beautifully done. Oh, Mickey Cummings with a delightful ball. Mike Husbands just slips with the left foot cross. Didn't get the power there. And Mark Albrighton getting the ball away. And Donny going forward. McIndoe again, plays it to the centre, Thornton. He switches out to the far right. And Sam Togwell with the flick. Back in possession, Craig James sends it short. In goes Innes. Thornton, first to react, swings it out to the left. Number 18, Sean McDade, plays it to McIndoe. Back to McDade again. Quick balls going in. And finally, Dave Mulligan tries his luck. Not this time.
Doncaster there have got Nick Fenton screaming for the ball on the right wing, and I think it was Mulligan trying the shot from maybe 25, 26, 27 yards, going way wide. Nick Fenton with the big ball up front. And it's Doncaster putting pressure on this Vale goal in the last 5 minutes. Fenton inside to Thornton. Is this too close to the keeper? Yeah. Idea was right. A good passing, a good cross, but just a little bit close this time to Mark Goodlad, who launches another attack for the Vale. Fenton. Hefferman robbed there by Tony Denning. And the referee seen an infringement, free kick to the Vale. Mark Innes, who took a knock 2 or 3 minutes ago, seems to have run that off. He's been integral in this midfield in the past few games as Mark Innes. And here's another man, Mickey Cummings. Good to see him back. We're in the corner. Nick Vale see a different side of the midfield when Mickey Cummings is on.
Phil, I couldn't agree with you more. He just does add another dimension. And certainly the mascots will be enjoying this. It'll be even better if it goes in the net. Short ball played. There's the layoff. Here comes the ball into the area. And Craig James just hampering his opponent. Nicely done, Mark Innes. Great control. Dinning swings it wide. Mickey Cummings just almost casually just drops that ball to Husbands. Thornton appealing. Mickey Cummings nips in and he has it stolen off him by number 14, Paul Heffernan. Doncaster coming forward. Michael McIndoe switching from left wing to centre midfield, and laying the ball off, and ball played over the top. Mark Goodlad, easy job. Block A of the railway, getting up into a bit of song. Certainly a cold, chilly evening. For some reason, Port Vale being moved to play on a Friday, whilst our neighbours Stoke play Tamworth tomorrow. Lovely ball. Good chasing down the line. But equally, great defending, Doncaster. Craig James puts the ball out. Lewis Guy there causing all the hassle. And it's Doncaster's turn from the dead ball situation. Number 21, Michael McIndoe. Left foot cross into the area, up to the back post. Unmarked in the box. It's the captain, number 23, Stephen Foster. Good header, thankfully wrong direction. Tony Dinning, centre of the field, switches it to Craig James. Needs movement, needs an option. Mark Innes waits for the challenge to come in. And Craig James just scuffs it out for a throw-in. Just coming up to the quarter-hour mark. Port Vale 0, Doncaster Rovers 0. FA Cup third round action. Perfectly judged by Mark Goodlad. Constantine using his pace there, shielding the ball well. Quick throw in, too quick. Foster puts it into the upper reaches of the railway stand. Too far over the top, Husband's putting pressure on. Keeper, easy job just picking up at the back. Great distance on the kick as well, route one. George Pilkington, the flag's up for offside. Good play, Foster with good defending. And Fortune, beautiful control. Not good lad, only as far as Mulligan. Oh, beautifully done by Port Vale. Beautifully done. Is there a foul? Mike Husbands, Foster again, just puts it out. Mike, some beautiful one-touch football there, and that's what the fans want to see.
That's what the fans want to see. They want to see good football, and Vale are playing some good football. Just a shame Doncaster are equal to us at the moment.
And certainly, as in years gone by, FA Cup thrillers here at Vale Park. I mean, Tottenham, Everton, Man City.
And Leeds, the same, yeah, we've had some brilliant competition. Let's hope we can have another one in the next round.
Well, certainly, ever the optimist, and I'll certainly agree with him. But Thornton, unlucky, but Vale have got to be careful. Doncaster, 3 passes, and they're right up the other end of the field. Fortunately, it didn't come off for Sean Thornton on that occasion. But certainly for me, when I used to be on the terraces, they're my memories, the matches just mentioned. But that was then, and this is now, Phil.
It certainly is, and I think the way the game's going this evening at Vale Park, there's certainly not a lot in it. But the way Port Vale are playing the 4 across midfield, and Denning, Ennis, and who are the other 2? Togwell. They're certainly, well, at the moment, keeping Doncaster at bay. Short corner. Again, Lee and Constantine back defensive duties, but it's another corner to the Rovers. Away by Constantine. Husbands using his pace to get the ball first, surrounded by 3 Rovers players managing to get the ball to Togwell. Takes the return. Husbands just ready to stretch his legs there and go. And so unlucky there. Nick Fenton catching him up, putting the ball out for a throw, but great movement there. And the lads in white. James into Constantine, holding the defence off well. James taking the return. Fires one edge of the box. Denning taking over. Togwell out to Cummings. Cummings inside. Husbands. Can he turn? Togwell. The ball just eluding Denning then. Denning urging Cummings on to press this Doncaster defence. Rowlands back to Pilkington. A bit of a loose ball there from the skipper. Well chased down by Mickey Cummings, winning the throw for his team. Welcome the Vale, seem to have time on the ball now. Husbands forward to Constantine. Constantine. It's Innes on the overlap. Innes fires one in. Always going wide, but still the Vale, as soon as you see the whites of the eyes of the keeper, willing to have a go. Good pressure by the Vale this 5 minutes. The game certainly switching one side to the other, Mick. Let's just hope that the Vale can capitalise on some of this good pressure. To throw to Doncaster. Ball allowed to run. It's Mulligan on the overlap. Mulligan takes it into the Vale area. A good blocking tackle there. It was Ennis again. And then Craig James over to see away any danger. Certainly the crowd loving this. And I think I mentioned him earlier on, but Craig James, for one, is certainly enjoying what little bit of freedom he's getting on this left-hand side to get forward. I think with someone in front of him as quick as Husbands, he can take defenders away and give James this room. Great ball out to Mickey Cummings. Cummings takes it on the outside of his foot. Good control, turns inside. Denning. Innes. Again, James available. The ball, Constantine tries to flick it on. And Vale win a throw. Mick, good 5 minutes.
I think it's a good 5 minutes. I think it's a good old-fashioned cup tie. It's got atmosphere from the crowd. It's got both sets of teams playing with passion and showing some lovely touches. The only thing we're missing is a goal, and maybe Craig James can get us underway. Togwell. Innes. Craig James. Gets onto his right foot, back post. Now that's taken a nick. No. And certainly I think on the Vale sub-bench we've got Sean Doherty, Jeff Smith, Mickey Bell, Danny Sonner, and I think, Mike, it's nice to see that experience on the bench.
We're not used to having that much experience on the bench. We've been with 2 or 3 youth players, so it is nice to see a full team of 16 players that have had first team experience in the past.
And the riches that await 2 teams here in the next round. I mean, if it's televised, certainly on Sky as a full match, it can keep, I think, both clubs going for, well, it certainly keep Port Vale going for another season. at least it'll make things a lot easier and hopefully give Martin Foyle a chance to bring in more experienced players to Vale Park when the January window opens. But Craig James gets us underway with that left footer, is again blocked by Mulligan. James at the second attempt. Doncaster play a bit ahead the ball. Nicky Fenton getting involved, nicely done by Mark Innes. James again, handball, a ball to hand. Either way, Vale possession, throw in. Look at that for control. Tries to step over, wins the throw in. Not a good one from Craig James. Thornton. Togwell just throws a foot out. Tries to thread it through there for Mike Husbands. Keeper was aware. And quickly thrown out. McDade lays it back. Doncaster push forward again. Nicely controlled. Possession being kept. And Stevie Rowland. Goal kick to the Vale. Stand up if you love the Vale starts to echo across from the railway. We do every single home match. Sentiment is echoed. Oh, nice control and a good layoff as well. Mulligan looking for support, finds it in Nicky Fenton. Mulligan back and they square it. Ricky Ravenhill back to Mulligan, in goes the ball. Oh, it's 1-0. What a goal. Perfectly executed. I think it's Lewis Guy, possibly, who scored that. I'll soon tell you in a minute. It's Lewis Guy, number 7, I think, who's just got the goal. Lewis Guy, I believe, but don't quote me on that one. Well, we're in a bit of dispute here. It happened that quick, and their numbers aren't the easiest to read. But whatever it is, it's Port Vale 0, Doncaster Rovers 1. Well, I said 7, and it looks like 7 times 2 is 14. Paul Heffernan. But a great goal nonetheless. And a great header, great build-up. You cannot take that away. Vale 0, Doncaster 1. Phil, 4 easy touches, textbook header.
Yeah, you can't take anything away from that goal. It was a great ball in, and Heffernan making no mistake. Penalty spot, rising above the Vale defence and nodding it past Mark Goodlad. Excellent goal. But still, this is what the Doncaster Rovers fans wanted to see, but certainly not what the Valiant fans wanted to see. Good work there by Fortune. Vale winning the throw. I think what they've got to concentrate on now is not losing heart. They've had the lion part of this first half so far. And with a bit of luck, it could have been them 1-0 up. Heffernan spraying the ball out. Thornton making a run closely, shadowed by Togwell. And Sean Thornton running into an offside position. Free kick to the Vale. Fortune Thornton. Mark Ennis out to James. James a little bit tighter this time, losing out to Lewis Guy. Cutting in. And Craig James doing well, getting back there, getting the foot in, stopping any chance of a cross. Constantine inside to the skipper, Denny. Denny letting the ball run, and a good ball to Mickey Cummins. Cummins has a look up, the ball bobbled just before he hit it, still managing to get the ball to Leon Constantine. Tries to take it on the outside. And Mark Albrighton up to that one. Mulligan inside to Thornton. Back to Mulligan. I think Thornton there just getting the ball into space. Pushing Vale back on the back foot again. But away come the Valiants. Constantine. Craig James pushing a good ball forward to Husbands, taking it well, turning well, and brought down. The referee right on the spot there could see that Mark Albrighton had got no intentions of playing the ball. Let's just hope the Vale can capitalise off this possession. Denning floats one far post, too close to the keeper. And a good throw there. Mackindo inside to Thornton, tries one, high and wide. But certainly Doncaster from the keeper's throw there were quick to break. And I think Mackindo got the legs there of Sam Togwell. I've got to watch out for that one. It's still over half an hour gone in the first half. It's Port Vale 0, Doncaster Rovers 1. Cummins winning the throw. Nick, just over half an hour in this first half, and we've been saying like the Vale have had the lion's share of the possession, and just haven't managed to get the ball in the net. Simple as.
Well, that ball there from Mickey Cummins, the back heel to Constantine, absolutely magic. No one up front to just get on the other end of it. And that's literally the same as Doncaster, but they had one person in the right place at the right time. But the question Martin Foyle will be asking is, why wasn't anyone picking him up? You've all got a man to mark, stick with them like glue. But this game isn't over, and I think with 32, just up to 33 minutes gone, Port Vale, I think, are going to get a goal in this game. I think it's a cracking cup tie. And with the right bit of luck, we can get back on level pegging. George with a rare mistake. This is good play. Lewis Guy. And that's good play from Togwell. And even better clearing. Mickey Cummins now. 4 against 4. Red shirt streaming back. Mark Ennis. Just trying to get that ball out to Constantine. Mackindo picks it up, plays it out wide, takes the return, looks for an option, plays it back to the keeper, buys his team a bit of breathing space. And Port Vale now congregating centre of the field. There's the ex-Southampton keeper. Blaney plays a 1-2. Heffernan out to Mackindo. Sean Thornton. Open goal. Thornton with the clever ball to let it run through, and again a red and white. That's Lewis Guy, number 7. The red and white shirt of Doncaster Rovers. and straight over the bar. 2-0, good night Vienna. They've got to tighten that up at the back. Mickey Cummins, beautifully done. He's looking more and more like his old self as this game progresses. Craig James chips it forward. Constantine, 3 shirts around him. Back to Craig James. Quick ball out to Mark Innes. Into the box. Easily dealt with. Thornton. Bit of a soft centre that for Thornton. And Tony Denning was a bit of a hard nut. Captain's challenge. He's in the book. Yellow card. Well, Mulligan, right foot cross, always going wide of the target, but a good chance there. And they're not happy with one, they want 2 goals. Lewis Guy could have, I think, settled the tie if he hadn't sent it over the bar. Mark Goodlad gets us underway again. Stevie Rowland. McIndoe complaining, saying how could it be their ball, ref. Sam Togwell loses sight of the ball at the moment. And Craig James, coolness personified. Tony Dinning, George Pilkington, Foster brings it down under control. Constantine tries to find Mickey Cummins out there on the right and finds Doncaster's number 8, Sean Thornton, who plays it back to Foster, the captain, who plays it back to the keeper. George Pilkington, Mark Innes, nicely done. No one there to pick up the ball off Constantine. Albrighton to Foster, to Thornton, to Foster. Nice possession, but Vale need it back. And textbook defending there from number 16, Stevie Rowland. Quickly taken. James into the hole. Flag up for offside. Close call. Certainly at 38 minutes, Vale could do Phil with going in on level pegging.
Yeah, they certainly could, Mick. And I think they've done enough. I mean, Doncaster certainly got the tails up since taking the lead, but the Vale, like we said earlier, you've not got to let this get on top of them. Got to worm their way back into the game. And if they can do it before half-time, even more the better. It's good skills there by Stevie Rowlands, and again, turning away from trouble on 2 occasions. Togwell, far side again, to James. Inside to Constantine. This time it was Mark Albrighton first to the ball. James. Not too good a ball this time, and away come Doncaster with Fenton. Plays it to Guy. Heffernan the scorer, sweeping the ball out to the left flank. McIndoe inside. And good work by Togwell. Still Doncaster remain in possession. Good work by Fortune. And a late tackle by the Doncaster goal scorer Heffernan. The referee, Mr. Penton, having a quiet word. I think that's all that's needed this time. But it's been a good, hard-fought, clean game so far, and I think that's the way the game should be played in. Mulligan back to Fenton. The ball going out for a Vale throw. In the last 5 minutes of an entertaining first half in the third round of this FA Cup. Pilkington back to the keeper. George Pilkington time to have a look up, plays the ball to the ever-present Leon Constantine. The ball allowed to run back to the Doncaster keeper. Craig James under pressure quickly there by Lewis Guy. And Guy unlucky to be offside there. Rowlands, edge of the box. Heffernan. And the ball out to McIndoe. He's got Thornton inside, decides to, well, the ball ending up with Craig James. Craig James again in space. Got two Vale players, Denny. He's got support on his right hand side, one of them being Mickey Cummins. Cummins floats to one penalty spot, away by Albrighton. Leon Constantine. James fires a good far post ball in. And it was Mickey Cummins directing the ball towards the Doncaster goal, but going safely wide. Vale have put enough effort into this first half to come away with, you know, more than on as even.
Yeah, without a doubt, Phil. Without a doubt, it's one of these things where they've again, no one's picked one player up, and that one player was in the right position. And you can't take it away from Paul Heffernan, perfect header, but you can't help thinking that one lapse in concentration, it could cost us a glamour tie in the fourth round and much needed cash. But they're playing well, they've just got to keep plugging away. But they're up against the Doncaster team who in cup competitions this year have just, they've played above themselves, and it's a credit to Dave Penny and his lads for getting them to this level. But they're just going to keep plugging away Port Vale. They've got a lot of experience on the bench, which Mike observes. Oh, that's good defending from Nick Fenton. And hopefully, Martin Foyle at half-time may decide at some time in the second half to change things about a bit. And they might get their rewards. Mickey Cummins outside of the right foot. Gets blocked. Stevie Rowland. Craig James is favoured left side for Port Vale to put this ball into the area. Mark Innes. Doncaster all back behind the ball, and it's played back to George Pilkington. I think the momentum's been lost a bit, but There's chances on. Mike Husbands. Oh, nicely done. Nicely done. Good applause there from Mike. And Mike, I thought the move had broken down there, but they recovered well. And Craig James going in, just stumbles under pressure there. But a good little bit of football, and it'd be lovely with 2 minutes left in this half plus any stoppages if they could get an equaliser.
Well, yeah, it was a brilliant bit of football. Mark Innes put up good crossing. It's just a shame nothing could come of this. Hopefully, though, like you say, 2 minutes and any stoppages, we can equalise and go in odds even at half time.
Who do you think catches your eye to maybe get on the end and make a name for himself for Vale?
Well, I'd like to see Michael Husbands score a couple of goals, but I think the only man who's looking man of the match contender for me today is Michael Cummins.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Well, there's less than a minute to play in this first half. And Doncaster putting pressure on Port Vale again. Fortune flicked on, easily dealt with. Oh, nicely done. Dinning sends Stevie Rowland on his way. Has he hit it too much? Yeah, the look of that for playing it out of trouble at the back. Beautiful play. And Tony Dinning reading the situation well. And Mark Goodlad, it's the last kick of this half. Donny go in, 1-0 to the good. Martin Foyle has got to rally the troops, and we'll be back after this short break. Welcome back to the second half. Port Vale 0, Doncaster Rovers 1. Fans, commentators, players, all with their own ideas on how the match is going to end up. And from our elevated position up here on our Cavalier gantry, Port Vale are going to produce a comeback of all comebacks and win the match and go into the fourth round. Would you not agree, Mike?
I would agree. That would be absolutely brilliant. 2 goals in the next 45 minutes would suit me fine, as long as Doncaster Rovers didn't put another one past Mark Goodlad.
And that's the problem at the moment. Doncaster in a rich vein of form. And attacking the Hamel Road, where their much valued supporters are camped at the moment. Port Vale attacking the by-cars. Mike Husbands getting a good cross in, but an equally good tackle coming in, and the danger being cleared at the back by Donny. Fortune playing it to Craig James. He chips it out to Mark Innes. Gets a rub of the green there. Constantine showed too much of that ball to number 6, Mr. Albright, and he plays it up front to Ricky Ravenhill, who just couldn't quite control that ball. Vale back in possession, and Mike coming, Tony Dinning laying it back to Fortune. Well, offside against Mike Husbands. That's a close call. And the fans in the Lawn Street behind the linesman there. I think hopes rose there just for a fleeting moment. Vale with a McDade there, just nudging his man. That's Mulligan arguing the point, but the ref made his decision. And Port Vale with a good moment to hopefully get back on level pegging. Mark Innes, left foot cross into the area. The ref just making sure the Wolves 10 yards back. Blows his whistle, Vale get underway. Oh, and over the bar. Craig James. So close and yet so near. Mike, he should have buried it.
Should have buried it 4 yards out, easy as pie. Textbook, they do it every day on the training pitch. Just doesn't happen every day on the football pitch.
Hopes cruelly dashed, but encouraging signs nonetheless. Donny keeper gets us underway again. Stevie Rowland has a good rub of the green there. Mickey Cummins gets his foot in and plays it through to Constantine, number 18. Sean McDade stems the tide a bit. And the ball goes skywards into a cold Burslem air. Where's it dropped? Fortune. Well, dispossessed there by 14, Heffernan. He takes it wide to the right, turns back, waits for support. In comes the cross over the top of the Doncaster forwards. And Stevie Rowland just trying to nudge that ball up to Mickey Cummins. So Vale thrown on the less, and a promising start, Phil.
Yeah, I think Craig James really should have made more of that one there, but the ball dropped. It was in the 6 yard area for a number of seconds, and anyone could have popped it in, but the ball just happened to fall to James. But he was on his favoured left foot and firing over the bar. Mickey Cummins there, but it's screams off from the Doncaster players about the tackle Mickey Cummins has just done on Sean Thornton. But Mr. Penton, I think he could see that a foul had been committed, but didn't think it was as bad as that was made out. Yeah, like Mick's just said, I don't know whether Sean Thornton fell funny, but the referee doing his job right and making sure that he's okay before the game continues. Pilkington away. Good footwork there from Doncaster. We've got Mulligan on the overlap. Fires one in. Could have so easily been directed into his own goal there by James. But in the end, it was a good foot in. Forward to Doncaster. Certainly do look a solid outfit, do Rovers tonight. Well, all season on all accounts. Ball floated in. It was all Brighton going on the end of it on the far post. And Sam Togwell battling, winning the free kick. And it's everyone forward for the Valiants. As Mark Goodlad puts the ball towards Constantine. Innes forward. Husband's losing out. Looks at the referee. The referee waves play on. Got chasing down by Constantine there. Keeping the ball in the Doncaster half. Come on, Vale. The roar from the Lawn Street. And they're over in the railway. We said so many times, sometimes such good football is let down by one final pass, and I think that's been the story so far for the Vale tonight. Fortune turns away. Pilkington. Back to Clayton Fortune. Floats one forward. Tony Denning tries one. Husbands! Alan Blaney out off his line so quickly there to thwart Michael Husbands, but it was a good ball forward. Denning shot. Husbands on the spot, just not able to convert. Mick, could have been one each so easily.
Could have easily been one each, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He just didn't like that, lacking that killing touch at the end, Phil.
Yeah, but I thought all credit goes to Alan Blaney in the Doncaster net. Let's just hope it's the start of things to come. Ennis floats one straight into the hands of the Doncaster keeper. It's still Port Vale 0, Doncaster 1. Steve Rowland's turning into trouble in the shape of McIndoe. McDade. Heffernan this time losing out. A good knock on. Husbands this time not the right man in the right place at the right time. Vale winning yet another free kick. Pilkington again, Constantine the target man. Togwell racing onto the fine ball, fires it into the roof of the Doncaster net. Mick, could we want any more than that?
Well, glad all over, booms over the tannoy system. Sam Togwell gets us back on level pegging. I said earlier it was a cup tie, a great atmosphere, and they're now back on even terms. Mike, great goal, great finish, and great for the supporters.
Absolutely excellent finish, Mick. You're absolutely right. Sam Togwell, what a brilliant goal. He deserves one.
Port Vale 1, Doncaster Rovers 1. And the hard work starts now. Will it be a replay? Will it be done and dusted after tonight? We don't know, but certainly the Vale fans in fine voice. And in God's little acre, the faithful are happy. Thornton. McDade back to Thornton. Certainly very industrious up Doncaster Rovers. Dave Penny has certainly conditioned them very well. Beautifully done by Albrighton there. Straight through the middle of the two Vale forwards. Donny going forward. Nice run on. Two layoffs. Thankfully, Stevie Rowland was up to the task. Albrighton at the second attempt. Fortune head and shoulders above his man, but the pressure's still on. Lewis Guy, Fortune again. Well, he just shrugs his man off and plays it upfield. It's back in again though. Craig James back to Fortune. Bit more height on this ball, up towards Husbands. Out jumped Vale though in possession. Togwell, the goal scorer. To Mark Innes. To Togwell. Stevie Rowland, nice control, nice layoff to George Pilkington. Tony Dinning. Mickey Cummins, nice 1-2 football from Port Vale. Mickey Cummins, who to me is the difference between this performance tonight. He's getting to be a bit more like the player he is, and it's certainly spreading throughout the Vale team. Thornton under pressure, playing it back. That's not a textbook clearance, that's just it'll do, get rid of it. Mike Husbands, beautifully done. Well, challenge is not for the faint-hearted, and Phil, what an atmosphere.
Well, it's an atmosphere, it's been a long time since I've heard the crowd get behind the Valiants like this, Mick. Togwell. The ball landing with Denning. Denning's got Rowlands on the outside. He's also got Cummins. Denning takes the return. Ennis. Out to James. And the ball, I think, is going to go for the corner. Wonderful pressure from Port Vale. I think they can sense victory. I think it's going all through the side, and I think it's going all around the stadium. The Doncaster fans quietened by this exuberant Vale crowd. Ball floated in. Cummins. Oh, good turn by Mickey Cummins, and so unlucky. Mick's only just been saying what a difference Cummins makes to this Vale side, and he certainly does. And unlucky there not to send the Valiants 2-1 in front. Craig James to Constantine. That are making 3 clear-cut chances in the last 10 minutes or so, falling to Husbands, Cummins, and the goal scorer Togwell. Good ball forward to Husbands. And again, Blaney quick off his line. This is certainly a great atmosphere here at Vale Park. Albrighton pushing it forward, but no problem for Stevie Rowlands. Vale certainly come out in this second half a different team. Good football in the first half, but they certainly come out adding bite to the good football in this second. McDade forward. And again, good covering from Clayton Fortune. Markindo to McDade. Thornton. Mulligan. Heffernan. Playing the ball on the right flank. Fenton checks, fires one in, away by Fortune. But still, the Vale get possession. Ennis back to James. Michael Cummins on this right hand flank, screaming for the ball. James forward to Constantine. This time losing out and regaining possession. Tony Denning. This time Mickey Cummins, found by a great ball by the skipper. Cummins has seen Constantine. Oh, a great ball across far post. Yeah, trying, but Mick's just pointed out a great ball out to Mickey Cummins. Mickey Cummins finding Constantine on the end, but the big Vale forward just not being able to find the direction required. Still, this is efforts on goal. This is how you get goals.
Absolutely. Doncaster put the ball back in Vale's own half. George Pilkington plays it back. Mike Husbands nudging the back. No, says the ref. Lewis Guy flicks it on. Craig James over the top. Easy one for the defender, but it comes off the wrong side of his head. Leon Constantine. Mike Ennis wants it into the corner. He's being shadowed there, but he gets the ball in. Oh, so unlucky. But Port Vale snatched the ball back, cleared again hastily by Donny Rovers. Lewis Guy twists, turns, lays the ball off neatly. In goes Mickey Cummins. And George Pilkington just lays it back to Mark Goodlad. Oh, comes off the forward's head. It's still in play. George Pilks to the rescue. That ball bobbled then just as Mark Goodlad hit it. McDade, Thornton, first time ball in, takes the return, doesn't get it past Port Vale. In go the challenges, and not for the faint-hearted. Beautifully done. Craig James, 2 in the box, but there's 5 defenders. James in. Oh, goal kick, good effort, could have done better, but the ball is in Doncaster Rovers half, and that's encouraging. Martin Foyle cheering the lads on down there in the technical area. And Dave Penny has just seen the I think the turn of the tide, Port Vale starting to take this game by the scruff of the neck. Up goes Mickey Cummins, Dinning over the top, Constantine uses his pace, keepers out of the area. Constantine, Rowland plays it into the box. Up goes Tony Dinning, wins the challenge. Togwell takes the ball, plays it left. Craig James, better cross into the box now. Craig, doesn't happen. Doncaster back in possession. Fortune scampering back after the ball. And McIndoe lays it back to number 19. McDade. Ball played down the line. 21, McIndoe. McDade again, infield to Ravenhill. The move breaks down. Mark Innes plays it out to James. Plays it down the line. Constantine in space. And that's just a rose-head clearance by Doncaster Rovers. Oh, there's a good chance here. Tony Dinning. Good effort, good setup. But a goal kick and the captain leading by example. But it's still one each, all to play for. And there's Martin Foyle going to throw on Danny Sonner, or maybe Jeff Smith, Sean Doherty. But one thing, we're going to get a substitution from Dave Penny with Doncaster. Number 2, Simon Marples comes onto the field, and number 15, Nick Fenton, makes way. The first sub of the night goes Donny's way. Play on, says the ref. Keeper obliges. 4,923 have braved the cold, and they're getting an all-action cup tie here at Vale Park. And I must say, Mike, I've not heard an atmosphere like this for a long, long time.
Certainly not for a long time this season, Mick. No, and 4,900, that's excellent for a Friday night. Excellent. Especially the way they've been playing. They haven't been playing the best over the last couple of matches. It's good to see the fans get behind the lads.
Oh, I think value for money.
Well, yeah, value for money. It's been an excellent match. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, Foster gets us underway again. And Doncaster not having it all their own way. Togwell, beautifully done. And Donny's still in their own half. Thornton. Oh, pinpoint ball there to Mulligan. He plays it forward. The chance is on here. Mark, good lad. Quick reaction. And route 1 clearance. At the second chance there for the big number 6 at the back for Doncaster. Mickey Cummins, look at that, dancing his way, and the back heel. Beautifully done. Togwell. Husbands. Well, I think a fair decision there. Nudged him out of the way. But Phil, you couldn't think of a better way to spend a Friday night watching football than being here tonight.
Well, you got the FA Cup, you got your side coming back into the game. What more could you want? Only the win. And to be honest, I fancy big Leon Constantine getting on the end of one.
Man U in the second round.
Yeah, the Man U in the second round, the following round.
Mike prefers Tamworth.
Vicky Cummings again finding space and again brilliant control. Rowland's good ball in. Craig James to Constantine. James, Constantine! I've just been saying he was going to get on the end on, but Leon Wanamenters put it in the back of the net as well. Again, 6-yard box. Mick, how did they miss that?
I don't know. I was already jumping up into the air thinking the net was going to bulge, but there you go. A nice little touch from Craig James, flicked on Constantine. He leaned back a bit, schoolboy error, but they're going in the right direction. And with you just saying he may be going to grab the winner, his confidence is up. And with a good striker, they might miss 9 chances, Phil, but that one strike that goes in decides a match.
I was just about to say I told you so then, Mick. And I don't think you'd have minded. But still, it's encouraging when you can get in possessions. Like you say, you might miss a few, but you're going to score one. Fortune to James. James miscuing. Throw into Doncaster. Albrighton. Across to Foster. McDade playing the ball forward. And should have been to McIndoe. Nkesani wanted it to feet, not over his shoulder. The ball eventually ended out tamely for the Vale goalkeeper. And just got 20 minutes left of normal time. And this enthralling cup tie. Port Vale 1, Doncaster Rovers 1. And as we say regularly, all to play for. Oh, an excellent turn, a great turn, and a great save. Togwell away, Denning finally away. Doncaster with a chance again. And Vale blocking excellently in their area there. But Doncaster 2 chances in a matter of 10 seconds there, but the Valiants doing just enough to hold on. I think it was Dave Mulligan getting the first one. James not finding his target. Togwell to Denning. Togwell's worked hard tonight. Cummings, no, leaving it for Tony Denning, who acknowledges it wasn't the best of all. Lewis Guy there offside. Less than 20 minutes now. What can we do? Constantine nodding towards Cummings. Vale throw. Again, Cummings finding the space. Togwell! Sam Togwell gets his second of the evening, puts the Vale into the lead, 15 minutes left. Sammy Togwell, what can you say? He takes the applause of the crowd, he raises his fist in the air in triumph, and that was an absolute stunner, top corner. Mick, you couldn't hit a sweeter ball.
Phil, I don't know what I don't know what to say with that one. The turn, the finish, clinical. If that was a Premiership striker, they would be raving over his 2 goals. But Port Vale 2, Doncaster 1. Young Master Sam, our little mascot from Upper Teen, Martin Foyle's guest here this evening. Katrina and Tanisha, our other 2 mascots. Well, what an evening these 3 young people are having. The best team in the Potteries. Certainly 3 of the best mascots we've ever had here at Port Vale. Port Vale through and through. And it's absolutely fantastic. The atmosphere around the stadium, the supporters of both teams, a credit to this competition and their respective teams. Togwell nudged away. Well, Doncaster with the free kick. Quickly, the ref wants it brought back. Port Vale in the driving seat. Just coming up to the half-hour mark in the second half. Constantine using this space. Constantine's away. Great pace. Players streaming forward. Is he going to go it alone? Oh, steps over the ball and loses it. Edge of the seat stuff again for Port Vale. Constantine using his natural ability and speed. And then his stud stuck in the ground. Look at that for a challenge. Tony Dinning. Well, he plays it into the hole. Phil, 2-1. The FA Cup third round. The supporters, this is just going to make their weekend. You couldn't ask for more. Martin Foyle and his coaching team must be delighted with the attitude and the application they're showing this evening.
Well, they've got to be. I mean, we've been suffering all season with injuries. You're getting 1 or 2 key players back, and what a difference it makes. There's this man Constantine again. One in the corner. More pressure for the Vale. And I can see another goal coming. Michael Husbands and Constantine up front just haven't stopped running. The 4 lads across midfield have been absolutely dynamite. And the defence, when called upon, have played their part. But Vale, the second half, have just been attacking from the back all the way through the team. Up goes the keeper. An infringement. Referee on the spot. Awarding a free kick to the Rovers. Looks like Dave Penny about to make at least another 1 substitution, possibly 2. Husbands breaks into Skipper, who luckily gets the ball to Mackindo into no man's land. I think the Rovers running out of ideas here, Mick. Maybe the 2 subs will book the rest of the team up. Let's keep his fingers crossed that doesn't happen.
Well, the Rovers' return had been a headline. Port Vale hope to keep the door shut until the 4th round. Dave Penny is going to make a substitution at the next opportune moment. Bit of rub of the green there. Mike Cummins just holds it back, beautifully done. Togwell out to Stevie Rowland, plays it back to Sam Togwell. 2-goal hero, it might be added. Craig James chips it forward. Constantine lays it back to Togwell. He plays it out to the left. Craig James fires one in. Oh, goal kick. Unlucky. Good effort. But we're going to see number 26, Coppinger, come onto the field. And the player making way is number 30, Dave Mulligan. Mulligan off, Coppinger on. Second sub for Doncaster Rovers. Port Vale 2, Doncaster 1. Dave Penny changing things around a bit. Will Martin Ford maybe put Mickey Bell on just to tighten things up for the last part of the match. 12 minutes to go, or will he just keep it as it is? We can only wait and see, but what a cup tie. Oh, Mickey Cummins just nips in to steal that ball. Oh, lovely done, Togwell. He's not happy with 2, he wants the match ball. And Tony Dinning, this is where you need the experienced players too. Oh, Togwell, beautifully done. Mark Innes switches it out to Stevie Rowland in space. The clock ticking down. Leon Constantine lays it back. Into the hole goes Mickey Cummins. Too much pace on the ball. Goal kick, says the linesman and the referee. Great running from Mickey Cummins. And he's coming back to fitness, Mike, isn't he?
Mike Cummins is coming back to fitness, so it's nice to see him back in the squad. I really did think that was a corner, then that ball went out then, but we can't have everything. The referee's decision is final, as they say.
Up go the heads. And they'll get the decision, throw in. Vale gain extra yardage down the line, and Dave Penny is going to throw on a third substitute. Number 20, Mr. Green, but not just yet. Port Vale in the driving seat. Oh, Mike Cummins just, for the first time in this match, I think, just nudged off the ball. Fortune. Oh, nicely done. Constantine, can he get there? Corner ball, well done, number 33. Excellent attitude. Well, someone's going to have a nice memento of tonight's third cup FA action. Tony Dinning. Least said the better. Goal kick. And the third substitution is being made by Doncaster Rovers. Sean Thornton. Port Vale have put the shackles on him in the second half and he's not been as influential. So a midfielder for a midfielder. And Paul Green comes on to make a name for himself. Oh, Mike Husband surely nudged off the ball. Ref says play on. Nice turn of foot there. And Tony Dinning trying to launch Mark Innes. Oh, it's unlucky, but it keeps Doncaster in their half, and that's good play, good commitment. Vale fans anxiously wanting the referee just to blow the whistle and let us all go home happy. Home form hasn't been good this season, but this cup tie has been an absolute cracker for the fans. The team playing as you would want them to play, with passion, commitment, style, flair, and they're finding the back of the net. They've come down from a goal behind. Sam Togwell, the 2-goal hero, and a pass goes astray and Doncaster come forward. This game is not over, and Mike Husband's there just catching his man, and I think he's going in the book for this one. Second booking for a Vale player. The name above his reads Tony Dinning. 39 minutes gone, 6 to play plus any stoppage time. No nonsense clearance, and that's a no nonsense header. Very well played. Green gets his first touch, takes the return. And Port Vale harassing their opposition, forcing them into the error. And the sense of urgency there, the Doncaster players throwing the ball back to Mark Goodlad to get us underway again. Martin Foyle, very animated down there on the touchline. Just trying to tighten it up a bit. Mike Husbands steals the ball away there. Play on, says the ref. Oh, Mickey Cummins, unlucky. Constantine at full flight there, trying to get something out of that ball. I thought that had gone out, but Port Vale still in possession. Tony Dinning, no, fair push off the ball. Doncaster throw. A full blood and thunder cup tie here at Vale Park. 2-1 to the Valiants. And Stevie Rowland finding Constantine, and in turn finding himself surrounded by, well, Sam Togwell just catching number 20 Paul Green there. Referee saying he's taking his legs away from him. It's a bit unlucky, but I think he'll live with it if his 2 goals send us into the hat for the 4th round. Fortune. Green with the cross. Mark Goodlad. Excellent save. Good bit of keeping, Mike.
That was brilliant, Mark Goodlad. If you ask me, he's the best goalkeeper in this league. He's not exactly tall, but he's everything else spot on.
Well, it's a Route 1 clearance into no man's land. Three minutes and counting on the normal clock. Can we hold on? Or Doncaster. Coppinger laying it out wide. Green. Then comes the cross again. And great defending. Corner ball. Anxious moments, and the Doncaster fans now, not one of them standing up. Oh, Fortune gets a foot to it. Everyone moves out, trying to spring the offside trap. In comes the ball. Danger's not over. It's played in again. Foster, the captain, gets us underway. Mickey Cummins. Mike Husbands. Oh, and number 18, McDade's took a knock on the head there. Well, he's okay, that'll just sting a bit, especially in this cold air. Doncaster Rovers fans now start to raise the temperature a little bit. Mr. McDade just off the pitch at the moment. Well, Mark Goodlad, safe handling. A bit of unsportsmanship there. Good clearance. Vale back under pressure. Oh, beautifully done by Pilks. Mickey Cummins nudged off the ball. Doncaster just get on with it. 30 seconds plus normal stoppage, plus any stoppage time. Mike Husbands, can he use this pace of his? Is there a charge in there to go up that left wing? Still Husbands. Ball played across the centre. Doncaster, the whistles echoing around the ground. 3 minutes left to play in the third round of the FA Cup. Craig James loses his man. Oh, it's too deep. They're still in possession though, Doncaster Rovers. Tiredness creeping in. McDade. Over the bar. Still 2-1. It's that man Heffernan again. What an atmosphere. And very sportingly, the Doncaster Rovers mascot throws the ball back to Mark Goodlad. I think man of the match for me will be Mike Cummins. I think Sam Toggle will get the plaudits, but I think Mike Cummins has been so instrumental. Well, they're in their own half at the moment, Donny Rovers. Phil, surely the dream can be kept alive and it'll end 2-1.
Well, Mick, you've got to keep your fingers crossed, haven't you, the Vale? But it's been a storm in the second half. Like you say, Mickey Cummins, I don't think I've seen a better second half performance by a midfield player this season. It's been absolutely stunning. But Sam Togwell has been announced as the sponsor's man of the match, grabbing a brace and hopefully winning the game for the Valiants and putting them into the next round. There can be no more than a minute left of added time. The referee looks at his watch. Doncaster still in possession. Togwell is running like he was running after 10 minutes. Ball nodded on. Away by Pilkington. It's still Doncaster have possession. Surely there can't be much longer left. Will this be the last attack? Constantine has got husbands in attendance. Leon Constantine tries to go alone, but it's got to be said, a great save by the keeper in the dying seconds. The ball goes out for a corner. I think as soon as it leaves the foot, the whistle are going to go, and it'll be Doncaster Rovers exiting the FA Cup, and the Valiants going into the next round draw.
This is it. This has got to be it.
I'm sure as soon as the kick's taken, the referee will be putting his whistle to his mouth. And that's right, Mr. Penton brings to an end an absolutely fantastic cup tie here at Vale Park. Port Vale 2, Doncaster Rovers 1. Mick, we're in the next round.
Well, fourth round, bring on United. But I think it must be said, 11 players out there have given their all. 4,900 fans have made so much noise. You'd think there's 20,000 supporters in this stadium, and they've been worth the extra effort that Vale have put in the second half. Port Vale 2, Doncaster 1. Mike, nights like this don't come along all that often, and it's brilliant, isn't it?
They certainly don't, Mick. This is better than any night out you could have had on the town. Let's just hope this brings Tamworth, and if not, Chelsea, they'll do it for available.
Well, that's fine by me, but the score from myself, Mike Mackey, Phil Hancock, Mike Smith, and Master Sam, our lucky mascot, Trina and Tanisha Cook, our other two mascots here tonight. What a night you've had, kids. And let's keep the support coming. You are our lucky mascots. This one's for you, for the Vale team. Port Vale 2, Doncaster Rovers 1. And Sally, you're getting extra nuts tomorrow morning.
I think as the crowd applauds the remaining of the players going off and the players aboard, and it's Sam Togwell who rightfully so is the last Vale player off the pitch. Photographs are taken. He certainly is the man of the match. That one's for the Sentinel, I think.